People, hello, my beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. It is 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, which means that it is cocktails with Chrystal. And if I have not yet met you in these social media streets, my name is Chrystal L, and I am the creator of this little corner of the internet. And I am the founder of All Hair Academy and the Beauty Collective, where the goal is to help cultivate and build inclusive leaders of tomorrow. So every Tuesday, I show up with a cocktail. Today, I'm actually drinking a combination of um, tequila and Sprite. It's always tequila. Today, it's with Sprite. And I am talking about something that I keep getting in my DMs, a question that I'm asked about all the time in my program, and that is extensions. And more than that, questions about texture hair extensions. Now, before I get started, if you're hanging out with me, I would love for you to drop where you're from in the comments, what you do if you are a commission stylist, booth owner, suite owner, brand educator, in the comments for me so that I can know who you are and give you a shout out. And then, do you do extensions or not? And if you do you do them on all hair types and textures? So let's dive in. So first, I want to talk about if you are a person who is doing extensions, thinking about extensions, there is one big point that I want to address when it comes to doing extensions. It is that if you are a specialist, you should be a specialist in all hair types and textures. Meaning that if you have specialists next to your name, that means that you can work with any and everyone who walks into your door and give them that specialty that you are having in parentheses. And what I have learned and found is that a lot of extension specialists are struggling with being able to be a specialist and do that on all hair types and textures. So I have been doing a little bit of market research to be able to bring my community something a little different. Hello from Gainesville, Florida. Hello, Susie. Ooh, I love that Susie says, I do specialize in all hair types and textures. Yes, I love it. We need more Susies in the world. So if you are specializing in any hair type, any specialty, especially extensions, you want to be able to know that you can do them on all hair types and textures. And you also want to not be pigeonholed into a specific brand, meaning it is about the method, the system, the technical component of what are you doing. So if you're doing I-tips, K-tips, micro links, sew-ins with braids or without braids, that should just be you as a specialist, and that you are the brand and you're happen to use this method, this hair or whatnot. It is about you as a stylist bringing your client what they need to have the extensions, the hair of their dreams. So I'm just going to talk about 3 really quick tips as a stylist that you want to mention when you are, or want to keep in mind when you're getting into extensions. So the first one is consider the length and the weight of the client's hair that you're working with. Hello, Freshly Rooted Salon. Who I love her because she is someone who works with all hair types and textures and is the killer curl specialist. So if you are looking for some curly hair education, definitely check out Freshly Rooted Salon and my girl JC. So if you are diving into extensions, you want to make sure that you clearly understand the difference in weight and length. So if you're working with a client who has fine, short hair, you want to make sure that the extension method and the extension hair matches your client. So one of the things that I've been doing with my research is I actually was out in LA this past weekend and met with a phenomenal extension company who has been in the market doing all hair types of extensions for since 2013. And there's some good things coming to this platform, to the community that's going to serve everybody. And I think they're going to be the ones that bring it. So make sure that you tune in to that, because there'll be an amazing, possibly ambassador program around extensions. So making sure that you understand the weight when you are giving advice of the client's hair and the clients and the extensions that you're working with. Number two, as a stylist, anytime we give advice, we want to make sure that we have tried and true that advice, right? So if you have a client who comes in and she has fine hair, you want to make sure you understand how to work with that fine hair. And the advice, if you say, okay, you're going to wash your extensions, you're not going to sleep in your extensions at night, right? You want to make sure that advice falls for your fine hair, your coarse hair, your medium hair, your kinky hair. You want to make sure that you understand how that application method that you're using for the client works on all hair types and textures. I am like full transparency. So I am certified in every single method there is out there, and a couple of certifications in big brands. I am not someone who does extensions all the time. However, I am someone who has been wearing all kinds of extensions since I was like 14, both good, bad, and ugly. And I'm now wearing extensions as well. Being that the reason why I have extensions is, this gets into number 3, is for the ease of extensions, right? So if you have a client who walks in who has wavy hair and you recommend extensions, and the only extensions that you have available to you are straight haired extensions, you are now giving the client more work, right? You're saying, okay, I can give you these extensions that don't have any extra texture to them. They're very straight. And when you wet your hair, every single time you're going to have to blow it out and straighten it to match these extensions. I don't know about you, but that's not what I signed up for when I got extensions. I wanted ease. I wanted to be able to wear my hair in its natural state. When I wet this extension unit, it goes back curly. I love it. I can wear it curly or straight. Your clients, when they're looking for extensions, they want that option too. So I wanted to talk about difference when you are also diving into getting into textured hair extensions. You want to make sure that your clients understand that a lot of times this hair has already been permed or chemically treated. So the options for color is going to be limited and or different. So you want to make sure when you're buying from these extension companies, you have a clear understanding of how the hair has been processed, so that you know what your bandwidth is as a stylist trying to color them. I recently got some extensions in the mail that I love. And I'm just going to show you all some of them. So this one is a natural coarse. I love it. It is beautiful. It's natural. It has some wave to it. It can be straightened. It can be flat ironed. It can be worn wet and wavy. This is what clients are looking for. They're looking for extensions that are shiny, extensions that are natural, extensions that allow for additional color. So you want to make sure that you have extensions that allow for versatility if they want to change, or if they want to wear their hair in their natural state. And then the last thing is consider how long they want them to last. So a lot of times people want to make the investment in extensions and they want something that's going to be there for 3 or 4 weeks. Some people are going to want something that's going to be there 3 or 4 months. And some people are going to want something that is 4 to 6 months, right? So making sure that you understand what they're looking for, and making sure if you're buying textured hair extensions, those textured hair extensions are going to have that longevity. Now, we know that all hair has texture. So, but if you're looking for kinky, coily hair extensions, you want to make sure that that's going to give them the longevity that they're looking for. Now, what I'm going to say is that as diving into these extensions, what's been super cool is this is 3 different extensions that if you were a stylist who had not worked with lots of more texture, you would think that these all 3 are the same, right? But this is actually kinky coarse. This is actually naturally coarse. And then this one is more of a coarser, kinkier texture that even when straightened, it is not going to lose a lot of its curl pattern. And this one here, I love because this is natural straight, right? So this is straight, but it still has a a texture that is not like someone who is straight and fine hair. So you want to make sure when you're picking out textured extensions, there is a variety. What I am seeing a lot of people have is I'm seeing a lot of extensions that are wavy, curly, and kinky. That's it, right? Like those are the only three. We know that depending on where your hair is on your head, you might have a little wave here, you have a little more curl here. So you want to make sure that these extensions have that variety as well. And it doesn't have to be this one size fit all. So when you're on the hunt for different sort of companies that offer extensions, you want to make sure they have a little bit of everything. Yes, JC, that relaxed look, right? So this relaxer look is still got a little bit of coarseness to it, right? This would be me, right? And this one is actually what I have is like way straighter. This would be a better look. I am getting a custom one made. But you want to make sure that you have that variety within your extension company. You just don't want to go to an extension company that has textured hair and they're like, we got wavy, curly, kinky, coily. That's it. So when you're looking around, do your research. I will tell you all, if you are a part of the All Hair Academy community, if you are a part of the New Beauty Collective, we have a what I call it, a directory of 5-star vendors, and that is only given to our community members because we have I've done a lot of research because that is again one of the top questions that I get is about wanting to dive into doing more extensions on all hair types and textures. And I am big on using, doing, knowing, and the integrity of the company and their mission, and it has to be in line with them as well. Curl Chanel, I hope that you are there too. So if you have been hanging out with me for the last week, you know that the doors of the Beauty Collective are officially open. And the Beauty Collective is a 12-month program pillared around 4 inclusive, no judgment areas around beauty. There's financial fitness, it is pricing, social media, and marketing strategies, all hair techniques, cutting and coloring. We have an extension specialist who dives into doing multiple textures, multiple installation methods on all hair textures. This is a game changer. And one of the things that Serene, yes, it is ethically sourced curly hair. The woman who has created this line has went to the factory. It is the highest quality. And what I love is that this company has been doing this before it was trending, right? So they're not trying to figure out like a lot of other companies are right now and just doing it any old kind of way. They've been doing it a while. So if you are interested in learning more about the extension company, please DM me. If you consider yourself a texture extension specialist, please DM me. I would love to chat with you more about your options, what companies you're using, what methods you're using. And if you have been wanting to join the Beauty Collective and you applied for our Slayers for Change scholarship, please check your emails. And if you are wanting to join the Beauty Collective and want more information, I invite you to get curious by clicking the link in my bio or DMing me. I am here as a resource to help you. This is going to take every stylist, educator, brand to make the difference in our industry. And we can be the ripple effect and the wave and the game changers for that. So I would love to know, again, if you are an extension person, if you have questions about the Beauty Collective, please feel free to DM me. And remember, I am here as a resource. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm extension certified, but won't offer them until all my guests can use them. I'm primarily curly clients. Oh, I love it. I love that, Serene. And that is a big thing for me because I have seen so many people who do extensions. And when your curly hair client is sitting in your chair and they see you post all of these beautiful extension clients, and then they ask you about it, and you're like, unfortunately, the company that I work with just doesn't have the hair for it. You're like, oh, really? So I think it would be the same as someone coming in and saying, oh, I want my hair to be blonde. And you saying, oh, the color company that I use just doesn't have lightener. Like it's it is crazy. I would be embarrassed to only sew straight hair as well. However, our industry has made it okay. Our industry has said for so long that it's okay to exclude an entire population of people. Um, and so Driftwood Beauty. So I have a list of vendors that I actually only supply to the people who are within the beauty collective, just because that is a perk of being a part of it. I am working on some other things that I will share with the community. But for right now, because I want to make sure the people who are using these extension methods really understand how to create a safe space. That is why I've chosen to do it the way I do it. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, I will tell you that what happened in 2020 was that our industry decided that we're going to be more inclusive, but the way we're going to do that is we're just going to teach everyone how to do curly hair, right? That was the response. And the problem with that is that I can teach you all day how to cut, curl, blow out curly hair, but if you don't understand the correct language, you are going to create an unsafe space, and it's going to do more harm than good. And you can find me on Instagram at Chrystal Hair and Makeup. You can always DM me. You can find more information about the Beauty Collective at allhairacademy.com, as well as the Slayers for Change Scholarship, which you can still apply for the scholarship. It is available. We are taking applicants until I think tomorrow at midnight. So please, please, please still apply. I don't want finances to be the reason why you don't join and be a part of this change. So I like to keep it under 15 minutes when we do cocktails with Chrystal. But I would love, love, love for you to reach out to me if you catch this on the replay. Tell me what extension lines and methods that you're using. And then if you want to know more about how to make sure that you have, I just wanted to show this because I think it's so cool. This is literally, oh my gosh, how many are we at? Okay, there are 8 of these. These are 8 different textured extension clip-ins that are amazing and that are available. And also, they also have more straight hair. So everything, doesn't matter who you are, what your hair type or texture is, this extension line has something for you, and they have it in all the different methods. So again, if you want to learn more about the extension method, more about diving into leveling up your business to be more inclusive and being a real specialist, click the link in my bio. And remember, I am here as a resource, so you can always, always DM me. And remember, every day is a new opportunity to slay. Peace and love.